Welcome. Another let's try. Let's see here. Duskfade. Shatter the shackles of time as you jump, swing, dash through a fantastic world in this love letter to classic 3D action platformers. Tyrion, accompanied by his mechanical Hugo, must save his sister from a mysterious clock tower that has plunged the land into eternal night. We are having tagged by your action adventure, 3D platformer, Souls-likes. So Souls-like for me can be very difficult, or that you have to die, upgrade to be able to get more powerful and continue forward through difficult bosses. So we'll see what that's gonna be like. It's planned to be released in August of 2026. Price is unknown. Developer Weird Beluga. I don't know if I've heard of them. Probably more like an indie game, right? Published by Fireshine Games. This. So first of thing here, use the timestamp if you for some reason just can't stand me going through the settings. I highly recommend you going through settings to tweak graphics and see controls and stuff like that to get the best optimal experience before you jump into the game and to know what you can tweak. But use the timestamp down below. So first off, there is fortunately some weird bug here. I think the game is compiling shaders. That is normal. My CPU was just hammered on all cores and everything. Nothing wrong with that. But I don't think I did see any like shader compilation progress or notification. So that might be something that you might be unexpected, like what's going on? Why is my computer or laptop, whatever, so loud? It lasted like maybe 30 seconds to a minute. Another thing is we're gonna go here. I had VSync on and FPS unlimited. VSync should limit to your monitor's refresh rate, in my case 4K 120Hz, right? The FPS should have been limited to 120. As you can see in the top left corner it says 120. The problem is that it was maxing out at like 200 FPS. That might be, I don't know if that is the game engine's. No, it's not the game engine's internal max. It was some kind of weird bug. Maybe my CPU could only maintain 200 FPS. Maybe there was like an FPS cap due to the shader compilation at 200. I don't know, but my FPS was locked at 200 FPS until I turned off VSync, set the FPS limit, turned on VSync again. And now my FPS is 120 instead of a locked 200. Don't know why. So settings, you have subtitles on, off. Different language, maybe it's spoken, maybe it's text. We'll just gonna wait and see. You can select your Xbox input style. I don't know if this game is gonna support mixed input. It might be something I try to check out, because there is no force keyboard and mouse controls. It's probably going to be automatically swapping the HUD backward and forward. I really would like if we also could force easy, mouse and keyboard input control here. Sensitivity, I'm gonna guess this is both for mouse. There's no separate like keyboard mouse thing. This game might not support mouse, I don't know. But if it does support mouse, I'm guessing this is also might be the sensitivity for the mouse inverted for both the X and Y. That's nice for people that like that. This is obviously going to be the rumble vibration there. Graphic settings, you have a brightness, you have a Steam Deck optimized presets. That's nice for Steam Deck owners. Low, medium, high. Not a ton of things to tweak, but you have presets. You have a little bit to tweak here graphically. We're gonna have to wait and see how heavy this is going to be. I mean, running this on the RTX 5070 Ti, Ryzen 9700X with lots of DDR5 memory. So You have borderless full screen or windowed mode. I don't know what the hell this means. This could be DLSS, this could be XeSS, this could be FSR, this could, and more likely this is some kind of built-in like TSSR, TAAA upscaling, downscaling, TSR upscaling. Probably, but we'll see what's gonna, if I need to tweak this. But it's not clear, right? I like to know what it is. Again, this could be detecting if you have an Nvidia graphics card and then enable DLSS. This could also be the, just forcing FSR that works on all GPUs, or XeSS for that matter. You can set your resolution, which is nice. This is a third-person game, I believe, so I might try to change to 3840 x 1080, see if that works when we are in game. Because I do like super ultra wide screen for third-person action games and adventure games and stuff like that, and for 2D games, motion blur on off, and you have a separate shadow quality settings here. Would definitely be nice to I like more options to tweak, anisotropic filtering, and just more graphic options to tweak, like an advanced settings. But this is hopefully good enough to get you a good experience. I don't know why this is set to 99%, but maybe that was me. Master volume, sound and music, that's nice. Again, I think it would be nice if more games just maybe started at around 80, so you can boost or lower your volume a little bit, not just cranking everything to the max, but this is really nice. You cannot rebind, you can just see the different. Let me try. We do this. No, it doesn't look like I can. Let me try to see if we can get the mouse and keyboard menu here. Oh, I had a pointer, now pointer is gone. Can I do that? Right, okay, so you do have mouse and keyboard support, no remapping whatsoever. That is obviously not good. Remapping for mouse and keyboard and gamepad should be in the game. But you can see here that this is at least something, so you know what buttons to press and what you can expect from the game, input-wise. Right, so let's get out that. But I'm gonna be trying this with obviously my Steam controller, 2026 edition. I don't think you have any save slots here, like different save slots, so it's gonna be one game playthrough at a time only. Not a big deal, but that's a nice quality of life to have multiple, save slots to start from, or game slot. So difference, you have easy, super easy mode, I guess easy mode, normal mode, and hard mode. So let's get into this right now on normal mode. It's looking almost like, almost movie-like. It's kind of funny that we have gotten so far. Like this graphic could have been like in the 2000s animated movie artwork. So really nice. Very bright colors. Doesn't seem like there you go. You can skip cutscene by pressing the start button, right? Let me try this. Game will not, right? Turn down the audio a little bit. The game will not pause when you tab out. I like that. Bum, bum. So far, the GPU utilization is not that high on 4K. We are... Okay, so the cutscenes are locked to 30 frames per second. That's... I wonder if these are pre-rendered cutscenes or in-game cutscenes. Probably in-game cutscenes. Then the FPS lock is not a good thing. Yeah, doesn't look good. 30 frames cutscene. I would have liked them locked to 120 frames, you know, or at least be 60 frames.
Halira, you there? I got you something. Your favorite sky pastries. Want to go eat them together at the plaza?
I'm so busy, I told you. I'm not going anywhere until I'm done with this. Go away.
Please, you've been locked in there for weeks. It's not good for you.
Just go away. I'm really close to getting this fixed. For both of us. I just need a little more time.
Get what fixed? What do you mean? I don't get it. I'm starting to worry, Halira. Please come out.
Just one last touch, Grandpa. Are you still there?
What? Where am I? Halira!
So you could see the first part was locked to 30 frames, then we got 120 frames. I don't think the first one was a pre-rendered movie, but that's a bit unfortunate. I hope they can unlock the frame rate of the first part of the cuts. There is some tearing with VSync on, that was weird. It might mean that it could be a bug, but it could mean that when I went in here and I did turn this one on and then turn this one on, it could have mean that it just some reason, yeah, this is bugged. This is not working. This needs to be fixed, obviously. This is a bug. My display is not 200 FPS. At the moment, it is 120. So when you turn this one off and when you select the FPS limit, now you will, no matter if you turn this one on, VSync will be off because I saw tearing. So these two options are a little bit of a broken. I think that, well, I guess VSync is broken. The FPS limit seems to be working, but that, obviously, this needs to be fixed. Right. Move and look around. Let me see if we can have mouse and keyboard and gamepad input. Yes. Can have mouse and keyboard. Can we have... Yes. This game support mixed input. I don't know how it's going to work with if the HUD is going to flicker or anything like that. Where are we going? Yes, move. Move where? Oh, here. Oh, ah! Nice looking graphics so far. Obviously, it's kind of simple graphic at the moment. We'll see. It's not that demanding for Oh,
What's this?
Yeah, it's not that demanding. Again, I'm running this in 4K 120 frames. Should be no Should be no upscaling on or anything like that. Right button. Have a W. Have a dodge roll. Okay, we have a wall jump. I didn't even read the didn't even read the tutorial. It just I went for it. Do we have? Ooh, have a no. Thinking maybe we could wall run. I might try to turn on. Try something. See how this is going to work real quickly. So trying to do this real quick. Right trackpad. Oh. Huh? Where do we have it? Go. Right. 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 Have gyro. Ooh. That needs to be tweaked like a bit ton. Ooh. All right. Right, doesn't seem like I can use mouse to look around that part. Okay, we have some nice. Right, it doesn't look like, since the game detects kinda the gamepad, it doesn't seem like it's it doesn't flicker. It just forces gamepad inputs, which is it's better than flickering. But I just loved. I would have loved if I could have gone into the settings, right, and just here forced PC, mouse keyboard. Yeah, so I could pick whatever. But this is great. We have mixed input, and I don't see any flickering so far. We have climbing. Yeah, all right. Oh, right. Oh, you can also do mid-air dashing. Whoa! Or mid-air rolling. Rolling, rolling, rolling. Ouch. Controls good so far. Seems like the performance is pretty damn solid so far also, again. Pretty low VRAM usage in 4K. My RTX 5070 Ti here in 4K 120 frames has no problems. My Ryzen 9 9000X is definitely utilizing like one core a lot and then a couple of the other cores, but not too crazy CPU heavy. Pretty lightweight game. Right, using the mouse, my touchpad to look around might not work as good with the attack button on X. Right. Left trigger to lock on. Do I have to hold it? No. Okay. Hey, I dodged that. Perfect dodge. Okay, so this is like the Souls-like element, right?
Oh, that was close. Thanks for your help. Who are you?
Don't worry about it. My name's Zirian. What about you? Wait, you can talk.
Of course I can talk.
My sister's more skilled than I thought. Did you see where she went? This place blew up and I...
Skilled? You mean she's the one who... no, I didn't see her, but you should get out of here. This stuff looks dangerous.
I won't leave without Lyra. I need to find her.
Right, so this is where I would have liked to remap within the game, because then I could have used attack. And I could have used attack on a different button, so I could use my right touchpad to look around. Let me just see quickly. So, what is right trigger do? Right trigger is a grappling hook. I have my grappling hook on the back button, so I'm gonna try something here with the Steam input remapping, which is nice. This might or might not work later on. I don't know if there's gonna be sections where you need analog triggers, but for now we're gonna take the right trigger and we're gonna turn off analog. No, I'm gonna turn off. Let's do this just now. But this is like, I would have liked to be able to do stuff like this from within the game, remapping and stuff. Now I can use look around and I have attack on my right trigger. My back buttons, I have jump, I have dodge, and then I'm gonna have a grapple later on. So something mysterious happened to our sister. Oh shit. We have some weird companion there. I hope we get out to the beautiful world so we can see how that looks and performs. The frame time is really good on this game, so I'm guessing it's not an Unreal Engine 5. You can see in the top left corner the green line there. No like big, huge, red spiky dips, meaning that it is a nice and smooth experience. It's okay that you have like one spike that is like I have now. That is not that noticeable, no stuttering. So really smooth experience so far.
Hey, not that way!
Talking cuckoo! Help! I'm slipping! Ah!
Right. We don't know a lot of the stories, but our sister did some weird stuff. Something blew up, something crazy happened. I do like the art style. I'm curious to see how the combat is going to feel. So far again, it's only the V-Sync that doesn't work here correctly. That needs to be looked at, and then remapping really needs to be in the game.
What?
And I would have just again
Lyra,
loved
where's
it
my
if I could force mouse and keyboard also as an input for the HUD.
You and this, bird
Right.
at the base of the tower.
This stupid tower has all of t.bone in chaos. It just came out of nowhere.
Not
Okay.
to mention that it's nighttime, and it doesn't look like dawn is coming anytime soon.
No, this isn't right. I think my sister's still in there. Robot Bird, could you,
Don't call me that!
Sorry. So, what is it?
I'm not sure. If Alira did build me, she didn't bother with a name.
I used to have a pet bird. Sir Feathers. Maybe...
I'm no one's pet. You can call me Cuckoo for now.
Cuckoo.
Great. Could you lend me a hand, Cuckoo?
Cuckoo.
I don't know. Let's go to that tower for now, I guess.
Right, so some mysterious tower, some weird world or other world here. Right, so I have a little bit of interaction with people, I guess.
Lyra.
Gone. Ooh.
Ah.
Let me just quickly do something. No. Be gone. Here we go. Something weird is happening. Ooh, oh, okay. Right, so I have a little bit of like talking. It's more talking here than action at the moment. Right, so they help fighting some weirdness. Right, doesn't seem like I need any upscaling here activated so far. Again, performance is great. Are we going this way probably? I'm just curious again. Like, what does image fidelity mean? It's gotta be upscaling, right? A little bit more stuttering in this part of the game here. Not during gameplay so far that I've noticed the stuttering, so quite heavy on my system and memory. That's interesting. At least compared to other games. You talk to a lot of people, okay. Right, but we want action here. If I have to talk to all of this, can I... Probably good for lore and stuff. I'm going to turn on the image fidelity back up to native. So keep an eye on my GPU utilization and how the image look here, so you know the difference. So this gotta be just some kind of upscaling or downscaling. Very weird, because my GPU utilization just bumped 10% here. It's very minor. So are you the big chunky boys, the one that's good to talk to? Let's just keep going. Nice animation. Oh, oops. Hey. I want more of the combat, so let's what is this? Cutscene? Oh. Duskfade, okay. Beautiful. Again, I do really like this graphic. I think it looks really stunningly here, and it's running pretty great. There definitely are some stuttering loading cutscenes and other things like that, but it's at least the stuttering hasn't really been when I'm running around gaming so far. Wait. Okay. You lose a little bit of HP when you fall down like that. Where am I going? Am I going up? Am I going left? Right, some kind of platforming here. Yeah. No, alright. Okay, this way.
Halira, can you hear me in there?
The chains are blocking the way.
Right. So, are we going to have to like fight different like bosses and stuff?
You come from the inside, right?
No, I don't know. I just remember hearing a girl crying. The rest is blurry.
That has to be Halira. We've got to get her out of there.
Looking at this mechanism, I think we need to follow those chains and
Yeah.
snap them where they touch down.
Okay.
And they are being
that makes
protected
sense,
by
but
bosses.
Where do we start? No, not Cinder.
I think we got an answer.
Sure, I'm in, but we're gonna need to convince the guard to let us through.
That doesn't sound too hard. Let's go.
Right, so you need to, okay. Maybe do some quests before to open the boss doors. Is there like a map? Oh, here you go. Objective follows the second chain. Okay. Okay, abilities. Okay, so you're gonna get some kind of upgrades and stuff. Okay, you see what you can do here. Right, follow the second chain. So can I have to go with that? The second chain. I'm gonna guess I'm just gonna have to go back down to the town, right? Oh shit, that's not the way to go. Uh-huh. Go. How do I get back? The second chain, and what one is that? Okay. Yeah, that's the shop. Upgrade gears. Right, we get some kind of test upgrade. Right, so we cannot get that. Performs a piercing attack after roll. Okay. So this is the free one. Right. So we need one cogwheel or some type of what they call it. One gear, and then we need 500 stars of the kind of the shards or diamonds or what the hell they call it. I have 166 at the moment. All right, but where is the progress? Get into some action. That's where we came from. Right, so we probably need something upgraded to make it through that. The desert, the inn, We need to go. Need to find the. Want something? Just want to get into the kind of a level and do something. Okay. Just some smooching going on there. Follow the second chain. I can't really. Maybe I'm blind. Which one is the second chain and to follow it? The hills. I'm supposed to go to Mount Cinder. Yeah, I know. Okay. Cinder. Is this going to be fishing in the game? Mount Cinder. Are we going back this way? Okay, now I'm guessing this is the way, alright.
Tower.
Okay, so Kuko is some kind of robot that's built on. Alright, can I get... This is nice and all, but for a demo, more gameplay, less story. Story is nice and all, right? So let me get some combat in. Been like in half an hour and I have barely done any combat, so where is Mount Cinder? This way? This guy didn't let me through earlier. Are you going to let me through now? Yeah. So I have to convince this guy to let me in here, or okay. Right. Okay. Didn't have to do anything right now. There we go. Right. First level maybe. Very nice looking. Again. So we need to get all the way to the Mount Cinder. Are there going to be some action now, or are we going to be running around talking? I do think the movement definitely feels pretty smooth so far. The moveset here. Oh, checkpoint, I guess. Or oh, show the way. Long. What? Huh? That's a weird looking elf. Okay. So. Right. Bit of combat finally. Nice. I would like to be able to maybe turn off or tone down the bloom. Quite a lot of blooming, I feel like. So no map so far. Yes, no fall damage. Yeah, no fall damage. Right. Some solid platforming. Some little exploration secrets. Ooh, is this where we need to go?
Careful.
Oh, a bell room. Okay, we have perfect dodge. Whoa. Camera.
Good job, Cuckoo.
Do have one healing here. You can destroy the crystals. Oh,
What's
okay.
this?
Oh, that's an upgrade gear for star shards, right? Nope. Okay, just a lot of shards. Okay, so we are supposed to go this way. That was an extra little bell room. I don't think there was an option for toggle targeting. I think that could maybe be something I could have enjoyed. I don't not toggle, hold to target. Camera are mostly good, but sometimes it get interesting.
I'm getting the hang of this.
Right, and if there's no enemies, it will kind of do like just the centering of the screen. Right, is this quest board? Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, dear passing. Waiting for you. Alright. Sudden rise of the clock tower, okay. Okay, so some, okay, we get some, just, alright. So you might be able to parry with your weapons and projectiles, okay. Or with your sword, I guess. Right. Some tutorial. Where the hell am I supposed to be going now then? Down there. Yeah, I read that. Okay, so you can only grab onto some, not all the ledges, just some ledges. That felt weird. I don't know if I'm supposed to be up here this way. Okay, what do you want now? Okay. Right. I was gonna jump down, right? Don't think.
What's this?
Maybe you can? Nope. Kinda looked like you could fall down there, but no. Am I back to the beginning again? Yeah, this is where I started, right? I kinda, yeah, what the okay, I'm a bit confused on where to go. And this one is not helping me. This is not really helping me, showing me where to go. Again, the graphic looks nice, but this also is a little bit maybe in the way of just helping you navigate. Okay, so we have multiple of these. They did that. Is there another bell here? Okay, so here I can fall down. Yeah, I don't know why I keep getting lost. Is this gonna be a map?
Let's do this.
Okay.
That was neat.
Right, so that's pretty much just teaching you about, you know, teaching you about the parrying there, or deflecting of projectiles. Okay. Oh, we have another. Right. Okay, so he wants me to go this way. Mhm.
Oh. Huh?
Right, so memories of this. There. Something, maybe there's a ballroom up here. Let's follow the road. Let's follow the road. Right, it is this, you know, mostly so far like pretty linear, right? But we have a bit of exploration so far, so it's hard to tell how open this will be. Right, I know that I'm going fast with like the lore speed reading. Again, it's because for the demo here I do want to mostly see combat and stuff like that. Unfortunately, it seems like a game that within 1 hour I'm probably not going to reach the end. For good and bad reason. That means that there's probably going to be more for you if you like this demo to try yourself. Sometimes I do on longer interesting demos, I do a bit longer videos. Today my time is definitely limited to 1 hour, so an upgrade gear. So this time it will just be 1 hour. Yeah, okay. Upgrade at the shop. I was hoping that I might have maybe been able to reach like a big boss or something like that during this 1 hour. It doesn't look like I'm going to get to a big boss or anything. I do really like this. Again, I do wish they had the mapping of the gamepad and keyboard, mouse and everything within the game itself. and that we could force mouse and keyboard. But the forced gamepad icons works for me. It doesn't bother me here. Again, I'm just using gyro with mouse and you know, the trackpad with mouse. Everything else is gamepad buttons, so it's really not anything that, you know, is bad about the game. The only thing that really should be, can't destroy that, should be fixed so far in the demo is that the V-Sync is kind of broken. Right, a checkpoint that is. The V-Sync is just not working by default. You know, my 120Hz screen is locked to 200 FPS with V-Sync on. And then I turn on the FPS limiter and that one works, and then I turn on V-Sync, but V-Sync is not working. Okay, no. And the story so far, again, is it a insane, crazy story? No. Does it push forward? Yes. It's not a bad story or anything like that, so... Another memory. Nice. Changing the graphic there. I've you know, so far the combat is not Souls-like or crazy, but it's woo. But the combat has worked, and you know, you are going to get upgrades and abilities, so I don't have any real... I don't feel there's any real big problem with the combat. It seems like it's going to be okay, interesting. Right.
Another one.
So we have about 5 to 8 minutes here for me left. Yeah. Gonna have to keep an eye on the clock. I'm sorry this time. This again is definitely a game I could have maybe done like a bit of a longer. Let's try. This is a nice chunk of a demo. And to maybe hopefully get to like a nice boss or something like that. But a strict 1 hour limit today on the video. And you know, if a game doesn't capture you in a 1 hour, yeah, that's not really great, I feel so. But I'm very curious to this. It's something I might check or play, try to finish the demo. Maybe not on a video. And this was gonna be released in August, if I remember correctly, so it's not that far off. Quite an interesting one. Yeah, there are minor things, a bit more graphic options maybe. It has a little bit of a fuzzy look to it, even in with no upscaling. And again, I would definitely like to have, you know, DLSS FSR upscaling, even if it's not super necessary for the game. And definitely I would like to tweak stuff like bloom, maybe screen shake or flashing a little bit. But overall, it's a... Whoa, there we go. A solid gaming experience. And a fun, interesting demo. Da, da, da. I don't think this, so far at least, it doesn't start off like a hardcore Souls-like. It seems like it's going to be a bit more open when you get abilities, so you can like come back and open up paths here. Yeah, it doesn't seem like this is like a hardcore Souls-like. Not from the start of it. It might change and become a much more of a brutal one, who knows? Right, so we are supposed to go the other way. So this must be just for some extras. Yeah, okay, well, I think I'm gonna have to stop here and just summarize my thoughts really quickly, unfortunately. Try this one yourself if you do. If you think it's interesting what you're seeing, right, there we go, that's the way to go. Definitely have a, you know, try it yourself. It is definitely has some little nice little exploration, and it might open up more later on. Combat, you know, not like so far crazy, but it seems like it's going to give you upgrades and abilities and stuff, right, to improve on the combat. Graphic, I think I like this style. Again, graphic is personal. This cartoony style, I think it's nice looking. I don't mind it. So, yeah. And again, it feels very solid. Just very quick, smooth movement, good mouse and keyboard and gamepad, mixed input support. Do you have a checkpoint here? Oh, okay, you have teleports, alright. Nice, nice. You can go back to town if you want to do that. Okay, well, okay. Do this. Is there a checkpoint here? Doon. Checkpoint.
Come and get me.
It's very easy to just keep like playing, so that's a good sign of a good solid game, right? When you just keep going. Just really would like, there we go, that's a checkpoint for sure. Alright, I'm gonna do this. Yeah. Let me do that. Right, Duskfade. Coming to my knowledge in August of 2026, right? As it says. Price is not known yet. And yeah, I like this. I really like this art style. It's almost like you know, it's very interesting. It looks a little bit like those like early animation movies, right? It really has a good art to it. It is a little bit soft. I would like to be able to crisp the image up, turn down bloom and stuff like that. But the art style, I love it. I think the animations look really solid. Story so far interesting, but is it mind-blowing like Kena Bridge of Spears? No, that kind of blew me away story-wise. But this seems like it's good enough to push forward the game. It's like again 4K 120 FPS here, and pretty solid. Some stuttering with some of the loading or cutscenes, but in game very smooth experience. RTX 5070 Ti here, no problem in the native kind of resolution there, what it looks like to be. And settings wise, it's pretty damn good, except for definitely the VSync option is broken, right? VSync on by default. My monitor is 120 Hz. It's locked to 200 FPS. I turned frame rate limiter on. I get the screen tearing. Turn VSync on. There's still tearing. The frame rate limiter works and is pretty good options wise, but it's just broken VSync. So obviously that needs to be tweaked for the final release. It's a minor thing, not something that bugged me during playing, but that's just tying in with the art styling graphic. Other than that, you know, we come to the more just basic gameplay here, and that is it feels really solid. It's snappy. The dodging there, I got a few kind of dodge roll perfect there. Again, jumping, the mixed input support is really nice. Again, would I like to be able to force mouse and keyboard inputs? No, you know, yes. But as long as the HUD isn't flickering, I don't have a huge problem. And as long as I can use, you know, gamepad and mouse together without stuttering, that's a huge plus. So that's gameplay wise felt really solid. Combat has been pretty like basic so far. I only have like one attack and one dodge and jump obviously, but no like jump attack, you know, dodge attack or something like that, you know. But we have ability, we have upgrades. You could see in the store that it's gonna be like a roll kind of slash attack thing that you can get. I could get it, you know, right now here if I had more time. I could use the teleport, I guess, back and forward there to buy it. And it's very interesting to see how it's going to go with the abilities and everything like that, because right now I do really enjoy it. It's kind of input light, and it seems like it might be input medium, not like hold these three buttons together to do this thing and then do this motion with your stick to perform this attack. Those games are not for me. Then we just go ham on that. So this seems right up my alley. Gameplay wise, art style, the audio has been nice and fitting so far. So a really solid experience for me. Now, if you're coming in here and you're expecting maybe a hardcore Souls-like experience, the demo at least has not showcased that. What was it? The Berserker or something like that. That game really just from the get-go was more hardcore. The difficulty, the input stuff, the crafting stuff and that, it just went hardcore. This is more Souls-like. This is more like a lightweight feeling. Again, I haven't really died, I haven't really been any dangers. The combat here with the enemies has been just like 3 types of enemies so far. So it's hard to tell like how big of a scope this is going to be when it comes to combat versus exploration versus story. But it is very interesting, definitely something I might check an eye out, and maybe I will finish this demo, you know, after this video myself. But again, I feel it's worth a good try here, right? I feel it is a nice thumbs up for a demo. It would have been, you know, a great demo for all purposes if we just have remapping. Now, we have Steam input, so for me, remapping obviously has worked perfectly fine. I have gotten, you know, because again, using the mixed input and the Steam controller 2026 here, I use my right trackpad there, or touchpad, for looking left and right, and then gyro to aim, or, you know, just look around more freely. And then I can't do that and use X button to attack. Then, you know, I can't look around at the same time as attacking. That's not gonna work really well. So for me to just be able to just, okay, I can just rebind it to the trigger. I have the trigger action bound to my back buttons. Okay, that's not a problem. Now I can have left and right trigger here for lock on and for attacking and looking around with the pad. But it would be nicer if I could bind it in-game, because then the in-game buttons would have matched up. It would just have been a little bit nicer. But that's the only really thing about the demo so far, is like, man, really please give us mapping within the game. Fix VSync, maybe add some tweaking that I can turn off bloom and stuff like that. Maybe, again, can we just very quickly showcase like this one, image fidelity. What the hell is that? I'm guessing that is some built-in upscaling, but can we get DLSS? That is great. I like DLSS. For AMD, can we maybe get FSR or XES and stuff like that? Can we at least get some kind of more explaining what the hell is image fidelity, right? Because we have a graphics quality. So it's a bit not clear there. But I'm guessing this is just an in-game upscaling image fidelity, and I would like to know what it is, or at least then have more options for it, unless it is just DLSS forced. But yeah, if it doesn't support DLSS, it would be nice to have. And just yeah, if there's maybe anisotropic filter, you know, that's the thing that I would like as advanced user. Tweak the graphic a little bit more with the bloom and stuff like that. But it's just gameplay wise, really solid. Art style wise, I really like it. Gameplay has felt right up my alley so far. Not too crazy, and you know, not too kind of not shallow. Like it's very interesting to me. So feel free to leave a like, a comment, follow, check back to the channel. Try this demo yourself if you feel interested in what you've seen or maybe haven't heard about this one. But that's gonna be it for today. Thanks for watching. Have a great day and bye for this time.